Deep within the vast and empty expanse of the Oklahoma plains, thick, heavy fog hides a truly terrifying monument to industrial ambition. A century ago, this was Picher, a booming mining town built almost overnight in 1918 after a massive discovery of lead and zinc. This discovery made Picher a crucial military supplier, producing the critical metals required to manufacture ammunition for both World War I and World War II. Extracting that ore created an immense byproduct, leaving behind millions of tons of waste rock, known locally as chat, piling it into mountain-sized heaps across the valley. The very same industrial output that brought thousands of families to the area was actively laying the groundwork for its total destruction. This map shows the boundaries of the Tar Creek Superfund site in northeast Oklahoma. Picher sat directly inside this zone, entirely engulfed by the mining waste. These piles reached up to 200 feet high, the size of a 20-story skyscraper, looming directly over residential neighborhoods and school playgrounds. Because the piles were exposed to the open prairie, heavy winds picked up toxic lead particles, blowing them directly into the lungs of the local population. By the 1990s, health studies exposed the devastating cost of that proximity. Tests revealed that 34% of the local children suffered from severe, irreversible lead poisoning. Without knowing it, parents spent decades raising their families inside a massive, open-air toxic waste facility. While the air above ground carried a silent poison, an equally urgent threat was forming beneath the city streets, left behind by decades of intensive, unregulated underground excavation. When the major mining operations finally ceased in 1967, the companies abandoned over 14,000 empty mine shafts, leaving a sprawling, hollow catacomb directly under the town. With the industrial water pumps permanently shut off, groundwater rushed into these caverns, filling the voids with highly acidic, heavy metal-laced water. As the acid ate away at the rock pillars supporting the earth, the ground's structural integrity failed. Catastrophic sinkholes began randomly opening up on the surface, threatening to swallow entire residential blocks. Facing structural collapse and toxic poisoning, the EPA declared Picher the most contaminated city in America in 2006, initiating a mandatory federal buyout to relocate all remaining residents. The geography of Picher created a rare, dual-threat environmental disaster. The town was simultaneously suffocating from the toxic dust in the sky and dissolving into the dark voids opening up in the earth. As the slow process of federal evacuation dragged on, a sudden weather event abruptly accelerated the timeline on May 10, 2008. A devastating EF4 tornado tore straight through the heart of the community. In minutes, the storm killed several residents and instantly flattened over 160 homes. The massive debris field stretched across 20 city blocks, reducing the wooden homes and businesses to splintered foundations. Yet, directly behind the wreckage, the millions of tons of dense, toxic mining waste stood completely unaffected by the extreme winds. Because the site was already condemned by the EPA, the federal government refused to provide any disaster relief funds to rebuild. The tornado took a gradual, bureaucratic relocation and turned it into an immediate exodus, erasing the community from the map. Today, the city limits are officially dissolved. With the death of its final resident in 2015, Picher became a completely abandoned, unincorporated ghost town. In the absence of humans, nature is slowly reclaiming the ruins. Dry vines strangle rusted mining derricks, while toxic green moss thrives in flooded basements. This toxic decay disproportionately burdens the Quapaw Nation. 80% of this heavily contaminated site sits directly on indigenous-owned ancestral land. To keep curious tourists away from the hazardous dust, military security has locked the perimeter gates and posted severe biohazard warnings. Stripped of its population and left to rot, the entire valley has morphed into an accidental, hazardous wilderness preserve, born out of industrial neglect. Despite the devastation, there is an ongoing push to heal the land. The EPA, working closely with the Quapaw Nation, continues to lead a massive environmental remediation effort. Workers have successfully removed over 10 million tons of toxic waste rock, scraping away the chat bases to restore the native marshlands and prairie grass. While over 5,000 acres of land have been reclaimed for future use, the original town of Picher and the generations of families who built it are gone forever. These empty streets remain a permanent warning of what happens when a community allows the immediate profits of industrial resource extraction to completely eclipse human safety. If you want to explore more forgotten ruins and dark history, hit that subscribe button and let us know in the comments below. Would you ever dare to walk the toxic streets of Picher?